Hello, everyone, and welcome to Simple English Talks.
Hi, everyone. We're so happy you're here.
Today, we're talking about English conversation practice for motivation and fluency.
And before we begin, please like the video and subscribe to the channel because it really helps us make more easy English for you.
Yes, one click for you and a big smile for us.
And maybe 2 big smiles for Mark. He likes support very much.
That is true, I do.
So, let's begin.
Hope many people want to speak English well, but they stop very quickly.
Yes, sometimes they feel excited on day 1 and tired on day 3.
Day 3 is often a difficult day.
Yes, day 3 says, maybe I will start again next Monday.
I know that Monday very well.
Me too. But the good news is this. You do not need perfect English to keep going.
You only need a small step every day, again and again.
That is where motivation and fluency meet. I mean this. When you practice a little every day, you feel progress. And that progress gives you motivation.
Yes, and when you feel motivated, you practice more.
Exactly. And then your speaking becomes smoother, more natural, more fluent.
So, fluency is not only about language, it is also about energy.
Yes, your mind matters. Your feelings matter. Your habits matter.
I think many learners wait for a magic moment. Yes, the famous magic moment.
I am still waiting for my magic moment in dancing.
Hope, I have seen your dancing.
And?
English is safer for you.
That was kind and a little rude.
Only a little.
But really, this is important. Fluency does not arrive like lightning.
It grows like a plant.
Yes, a little water, a little sun, a little time.
And if you pull the plant every hour, it does not grow faster.
Yes, please do not shout at your English plant.
Yes, be nice to it.
Many beginners think fluency means speaking very fast.
But that is not true.
Fluency is not speed only. Fluency is comfort.
It is when words come more easily.
It is when you do not stop after every 2 words.
It is when you can say simple things clearly.
And that is enough, especially in the beginning.
So, what should a beginner do first?
First, stop trying to sound perfect.
That is a big one.
Yes, because perfection is heavy, and heavy things are hard to carry every day.
But simple English is light.
Yes, simple English can move.
I like that. Simple English can move.
Thank you. I made it this morning with tea.
Tea helps wisdom.
Or at least it helps me wake up.
Let's talk about motivation first.
Good idea.
Sometimes motivation is strong, and sometimes it disappears.
Yes, motivation is not always stable.
So, what can people do when they do not feel motivated?
They can make practice very easy.
Easier than they think?
Much easier than they think.
Can you give an example?
Of course, do not say, "Today I will speak English for 1 hour."
Yes, that can feel too big.
Instead, say, "Today I will speak English for 3 minutes."
3 minutes is friendly.
Very friendly. Your brain says, "Okay, I can do that."
And after 3 minutes, maybe you continue.
Yes, and if you stop after 3 minutes, that is still a win.
Because you kept the habit alive.
Exactly.
I think people often forget to celebrate small wins.
Yes, they only see what is missing.
They say, I still make mistakes.
But mistakes are not a sign of failure. They are a sign of practice.
Yes, if you speak, mistakes will come.
And that is normal, even in your own language. Sometimes you stop, sometimes you change words, sometimes you say something silly.
I do that often.
Yes, sometimes with confidence too.
That is my special skill.
Confident nonsense.
Thank you for your support.
Always.
Another problem is comparison.
Yes, that can hurt motivation very quickly.
A learner watches someone online speaking beautiful English and then feels bad.
But you do not know that person's story.
Maybe they studied for many years.
Maybe they speak 3 languages already.
Maybe they made 1,000 mistakes before that video.
Yes, you are seeing one moment, not the whole journey.
So compare yourself to your past self, not to another person.
Yes, ask, can I say more today than last month?
Do I feel less afraid?
Can I understand more than before?
Those questions are better.
Mark, what helps fluency the most for beginners?
Repetition, but not boring repetition.
That sounds important.
Yes, because your mouth needs practice, not only your eyes.
I love that line.
Reading is good, listening is good, but speaking is special.
Yes, your mouth must learn the road too.
Exactly. When you say a sentence many times, it becomes easier.
Like what kind of sentence?
Simple, real-life sentences.
For example?
I'm tired today. I need some water. I have to go now. That sounds good. I don't understand.
These are small, useful, and real
And when you use real sentences, fluency grows faster.
because the sentences belong to your life.
Yes, not only to a textbook.
I think many learners study English, but they do not live in English.
What does that mean?
It means they learn many words, but they do not use English in daily moments.
Ah, like thinking small thoughts in English.
Yes, very small thoughts.
I'm hungry. Where is my phone? This coffee is hot.
Mine is always, where are my keys?
That is because your keys are afraid of your dancing.
My poor keys.
But yes, daily English is powerful.
You do not need a classroom every minute. You can build English into normal life.
When you wake up, say one sentence in English.
When you eat, describe your food in English.
When you walk, name the things around you.
Door, street, tree, car, sky, bag.
This kind of simple practice gives confidence.
And confidence helps fluency a lot.
Why do confidence and fluency feel connected?
Because when you feel nervous, your mind becomes tight.
Yes, words hide.
Exactly. But when you feel relaxed, words come out more easily.
So sometimes the problem is not vocabulary.
It is pressure.
That is very true.
Some learners know enough English, but fear blocks them.
So how can they reduce fear?
First, speak in safe places.
Safe places?
Yes, speak alone first, or with kind people, or with a voice app, or with a teacher who is patient.
Start where your heart feels calm.
Exactly.
Then slowly make it a little harder.
Yes, maybe today you speak to yourself.
Tomorrow you send a voice message.
Next week, you have a short conversation.
Small steps again.
Our favorite idea.
Yes, because it works.
What about people who say, I understand English, but I cannot speak?
That is very common.
Very common.
Usually it means they have passive English, but not active English.
They know the words when they hear them, but not fast enough when they want to use them.
So they need more active practice.
Yes, and one very good way is shadowing.
Can you explain that simply?
Yes, shadowing means listening to a short sentence and saying it again right away.
Like an echo.
Exactly. A helpful echo.
So if I hear, I'm looking for my friend,
You repeat, I'm looking for my friend.
and that helps rhythm, pronunciation, and speed.
Yes, and it makes speaking feel more natural.
Another good idea is to answer simple questions every day.
Questions like what?
How are you today? What did you do this morning? What do you want to eat? What are you planning this week?
These are simple, but they open the mouth.
Yes, and that matters.
Sometimes learners think, this is too easy.
But easy practice is often the best practice.
Yes, hard practice is not always smart practice.
Fluency grows from strong basics.
Like building a house.
with tea and maybe snacks.
Your house always includes snacks.
A good house should.
Let's talk about a bad habit.
Only one?
Today, yes.
Okay.
The bad habit is this: stopping every second to check if your sentence is perfect.
Yes, that habit breaks the flow,
When you speak, keep moving,
even if the sentence is simple.
even if the grammar is not beautiful.
Communication first, perfection later.
That is a very useful rule.
So if I forget a word, what should I do?
Use another word.
Go around the missing word.
Yes, this is a real fluency skill.
For example, if I forget the word pillow,
You can say, the soft thing on the bed for your head.
that is a long pillow.
Yes, but it works.
And communication continues.
Exactly. Do not stop the conversation because one word is missing.
That is how real speakers speak, too.
Yes, in every language.
Let's give the listeners some motivation for difficult days.
Yes, because difficult days will come.
On those days, remember this: you are not late.
Yes, please hear that again. You are not late.
You do not need to learn English fast.
You only need to keep going.
One page, one podcast, one voice note, one small conversation.
That is enough for one day.
And slow progress is still progress.
Always.
Hope, what would you say to someone who feels shy?
I would say, being shy is okay.
That is comforting.
Yes, you do not need to become a loud person to speak English.
You can be quiet and still become fluent.
Yes, fluency is not a personality type.
That is beautiful.
Thank you. And I really mean it. Your voice can be soft, slow, simple, and still very good.
I think many people need to hear that.
Me too.
What is one simple daily routine for conversation practice?
Just, what is one simple daily routine for conversation practice?
What is one simple daily routine for conversation practice?
She said, what is important factor for fluency part of the show? Now, I don't mind me fun. She did like the most profitably, and then we don't like this no matter we feeling it. She also have people for program to getting both. What is the most profitably, and then we have to stay in? She come to the biggest that he's very good experience. That is enough for one. What about start to be soft?
What is one simple daily routine for conversation practice?
Listening? First, listen to one short English clip.
Good.
Then repeat 2 or 3 lines.
Nice.
Then answer one question about your day.
Very clear.
Then speak for 1 minute about anything. Your room, your plans, your food, your mood.
That is simple and powerful.
Yes, and it does not need a special room, a special pen, or a special moon.
A special moon would be nice, though.
Yes, but not necessary.
Another idea is recording yourself.
Some people do not like that at first.
True, hearing your own voice can feel strange,
Very strange sometimes.
but it helps a lot.
Yes, because you can hear your progress.
And you can notice one small thing to improve.
Just one, not 20 things.
Yes, maybe pronunciation today.
Maybe smoother speaking tomorrow.
Maybe stronger confidence next week.
Small focus, small progress, strong habit.
What should listeners do when they lose motivation for many days?
Go back to joy.
Joy.
Yes, ask yourself, what kind of English do I enjoy?
Songs, movies, simple stories, podcasts.
Cooking videos, travel videos, funny interviews, anything.
When English feels alive, motivation returns more easily.
Yes, do not make English only a test.
Make it part of your world.
That changes everything.
I also think it helps to remember your reason.
Your reason for learning?
Yes, maybe you want a job. Maybe you want to travel. Maybe you want to understand videos. Maybe you want to feel proud.
Every reason matters.
And on hard days, your reason can carry you.
So write your reason somewhere.
On your phone, on your wall, in your notebook.
Or on your fridge, next to the cake.
You always return to food.
Food is motivating.
That is true.
Can I say one more thing to the listeners?
Of course.
Please, do not wait until you feel brave.
Start before that.
Yes, speak while you feel a little shy. Speak while you are still learning. Speak while your English is still simple.
Because speaking is not the result only.
It is also the path.
Very nice.
Thank you.
So today, we want you to remember something very simple.
Fluency is built, not found.
Motivation grows when action becomes easy.
And confidence grows when you speak a little more each day.
Even if your English is not perfect.
Especially then.
We hope this conversation helped you feel calmer, stronger, and more ready to speak.
Thank you so much for listening and spending this time with us.
If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe and write in the comments what topic you want in the next episode.